Shalom. There are a few very basic, fundamental terms and value concepts in Judaism that cover so much of the essential idea of Jewish life. One of those is kadosh in all its forms, and the other occurs in the Torah portion shalach. Now, normally we say that Haftorah has a connection to the Torah portion. There's some reason that our sages picked a prophetic portion from the middle part of the Hebrew Bible to link it to a theme in the Torah portion. Now, for the portion shalach in Numbers, it seems pretty clear it has to do with spies, because in the shalach Torah portion, it has the story of the 12 tribes, sending emissaries to scout out the land of Israel at the beginning of Israel's journey into the Holy Land, in their effort to get there, at the beginning of their journey out of slavery. And what happens in this dramatic story is that 10 of the 12 spies come back and say it's a beautiful land, a land flowing with milk and honey, and it took 2 guys to carry 1 cluster of grapes, but we can't conquer the land. We were like grasshoppers in our own eyes. And God gets very upset, basically feels that this people will never be prepared to be independent in their own land, so they have to die in the desert, and that's why then the decision was made to march them around for 38 years. Well, Moses tries to plead on their behalf, and says the following in the Torah portion. He basically prays for them and says, "Therefore I pray, let my Lord's forbearance be great. For you have declared, saying, God is slow to anger, v'rav chesed, and abounding in chesed, abounding in kindness." And then later on in that same section says, "Pardon, I pray, the iniquity of the people, according to kegodel chasdecha, your great chesed, your great kindness." Now, in the Haftorah, it's the story of spies again. This is go forward about 38 years. They're just about to conquer the city of Jericho, and 2 spies are there to scout it out for Israel, and they're being pursued, and they go to hide at the house of this woman named Rachav, who happens to be a harlot, and they promise her and her request that if they succeed and that they'll spare her family. And they say, "Now, since I have shown loyalty to you, swear by me, by the Lord, that you in turn will show loyalty to me. Provide me with a reliable sign." And what they say there is, the word that I have shown loyalty to you, ki asiti imchem chesed, it says. In the end of that sentence it says, "If you do not disclose this mission of yours, we will show you true loyalty when the Lord gives us the land. We will show you true mercy." The phrase there is chesed v'emet. Now, chesed v'emet usually is a term associated with the ultimate act of kindness being helping at a funeral, since the people can never repay you. In fact, there are cemeteries often called chesed v'emet cemeteries. Now, what is this about? Well, I remember being a kid in a Jewish summer camp, and one of the teachers there said, "What is the link between the Torah and Haftorah portion this week?" And I said, "Oh, easy, it's about spies." He said, "Well, that's the superficial look. Of course it's about spies, but what is the deeper look?" And then he explained to us that it was really this word chesed, that it was the chesed of the Torah portion where Moses asked God to show chesed, and where Rachav in the story asks for chesed from these 2 guys. And chesed is one of the key value concepts in Judaism. We know it from the phrase gemilut chasadim, which are deeds of loving kindness, that all of the acts we do to help another person, including tzedakah, are in the category of gemilut chasadim. In fact, in religious communities, if you look in the newspaper, it'll say Gemach Society this, Gemach Society to help the bride, Gemach Society to help the poor, and Gemach has initials for Gemilut Chasadim. And then, of course, we have the word Chasidim, same root, which means the pious ones. The same word for loving kindness is also the word for piety, and they go together. Chesed, Chasid, Gemilut Chasadim, a very important concept in Judaism, which plays a prominent role in the Torah portion and Haftorah of Shabbat Shalach.